Hey everybody, this is Barry Kleiman here on the last day of training camp. I hope you've been getting in your reps and working on the improvement that training camp can provide for you. It all synthesizes here on this last day and talks about something that the most powerful way to get all this stuff done is with goals. As you see on the screen in front of you, the trouble with not having goals is you can spend your whole life running up and down the field and never score. At the end of the day, you can only win games by scoring. You can, and goals make scoring happen, right? You can sit around and hope and win the lottery, and I don't want to preach here about any of this. You've heard about the subject of goals before. I've talked a lot about Daymond John in his book, The Power of Broke. He talked about that he learned very early on that he wanted to stop telling himself what he didn't want to do and instead focus on what he did want to do. For what we've done so far, if you've participated in any of the other questions here in training camp, you have some ideas of and become more aware of things like your uniqueness and things like your principles and what you want, what game you're playing, and your life's purpose, and my constant urging you to explore this question of what do you want to happen. All this stuff, and again, I'm sure you've heard all this before, but stand on Damon's shoulders, stand on somebody else's shoulders, and get a mega dose of the concept of setting and attaining goals. Simple formula. I'll give you the simple. It's right here on the screen. Goals, if they're going to be achieved, have to be specific, measurable, and time bound. Saying stuff like I want to get in shape, or I want to lose weight, or I want to bake some cookies, not really a goal. It's a statement, right? It's not specific, it's not measurable, it's not time bound. If you said things like I want to burn 15% more calories daily by increasing my time on the spinning bike 100 minutes per week, that's a goal. The percentage of calories, how you're going to go about doing it, how many minutes, and of course the overarching goal is to burn calories. Or lose 15 pounds by December 1st of this year. Lose weight, specific amount of time, and by a certain date. I want to bake 2 dozen gluten-free chocolate chip cookies this weekend. Specific, 2 dozen, the gluten-free, and this weekend. Okay, so what do you want to happen? There's a box here, right? Where'd it go? Okay, right here. We all learn by doing. Take a moment, write down a goal, any goal. A goal you're going to go back and go through this program again and finish it all on the next day. Anything, whatever it is you say, write down a goal, make it specific, make it measurable and time bound. My goal is to convince you of the importance of goal setting. So when you write one thing down now, the goal itself, I just want you to write one, and the time bound is now. So specific, write a goal. How many? One. Time bound now. You need to measure your progress, right? You have to figure out some way. Don't let it hang out there in the universe, in the ether. You know, scientists measure things, companies measure things, chefs measure things, competitive athletes measure things. Um, Keeping score about what you want to happen and how that is going is really the only way to improve. There's a gentleman, what was his name? W. Edwards Deming, said that which can be measured can be improved. Goals are the key. Again, you've heard it before. So take these actions. I'm done for any sort of lecturing. One goal, try it right there. Try one goal. Um, what is it? And when are you going to do it? That's a goal and an achieved goal. So up next is training camp. I'm sorry, it's pregame. And in pregame, we're going to really get into things that you can expect to happen when the game goes on. And the game, of course, is the game of you putting yourself out there in the world, a better, more improved you, so you can take whatever it is you've done, improve upon it, so you can win the fifth quarter. That's the idea, right? To a better version of you as you move on into this next segment of your life. This again is on you. All I'm trying to do one last time is to provide you with some architecture. I know that these things will help you. The strategic advantage that you have over 99.999% of the world is to do these things. Most people talk about them. Most people are imposters, and they might buy cars or watches or whatever it is, but they're still not living their best life. For you, by you, what do you want to happen? If you want this to happen, if you want to win this fifth quarter, this stuff is really easy. It's implementable, and it's one step at a time and tiny habits. So next up is pregame. I hope you've taken all this seriously. You can certainly go back in all the videos and revisit them all and see where you are. In fact, I'm going to put up a scorecard in the next one just to give you some ideas of thinking about how you've done, just so we can measure some things. So these are your goals. This is the segment on goals. Start to figure out what yours are: specific, measurable, time bound. Start tiny, start easy, but please start. Okay. Stay safe, everybody. We'll catch you on the recap of training camp.